Hey everybody, it's your girl Hey MJ's Nia. Welcome to the show. Now, you can go ahead and call me Nia for sure if you want to, it's fine. But I wanted to start off this video with Corey Kenshin because he talked about YouTube racism or favoritism. In his description, he says, never in a million years did I think I would upload a video like this, but here we are. Now, I'm not going to play the video. I would like for you guys to go watch his video personally to, get a better understanding as to why I'm talking about this. I'm talking about age restriction. His video, the mortuary assistant, as you can see up in the corner, it was age restricted. And he basically was comparing it to Markiplier video and other white YouTubers whose channels or who videos weren't age restricted. So of course he take it to YouTube and it got age restricted. The age restricted came off because they compared it to Markiplier, so they verified his video with Markiplier's video, and he took it back to him again, and then they got age restricted again. So yeah, it was like a game that was going on over there where they age restricted, took it off, and put it back on. I've never seen that at all with YouTube. That's the first time I ever heard of it. But why? Why is YouTube so strict? Why are they age restricting now already? What started this? Why? Let's go back to 2019, shall we? Google and YouTube will pay record $170 million for alleged violation of children privacy law. FTC, New York Attorney General, alleged YouTube channels collected kids' personal information without parental consent. So this is when I started to notice with my channel. My channel is small, and I want to bring it out that I don't have a lot of subscribers. So I noticed that a lot of my videos got a lot of views, but not a lot of subs. And we're gonna get into that. Basically, a lot of people back in 2017, I noticed they'll come and watch a video, but they wouldn't sub. A lot of people won't sub if they feel that your channel doesn't have a lot of potential. And I know I'm going away from the age restriction, but I'm going back to it. So they won't sub to your channel if they feel like it's not big enough. If it's not a big channel, they're not gonna sub to it. Okay, cool. But back in 2019, when this came out, it made it harder, a lot harder for the small content creators to grow. I felt like we were being shadow banned because after this all happened, a lot of videos were not getting pushed to the algorithm, and mostly it attacked the small channels. Like I said, small channels were not being seen in 2020 and 2019 like it normally was before then, because before all of this. Now, I want to go back to the age restricted content because this plays a very key point of messing with YouTube's back. Sometimes content doesn't violate our policy, but it may not be appropriate for viewers under 18. In these cases, we may place an age restriction on the video. This policy applies to videos, video descriptions, custom thumbnails, live streams, and other YouTube product or feature. I didn't even know thumbnails can be age restricted. Oh wow, I didn't know that played a huge part too. So even your custom thumbnail, maybe not the video, can get you age restricted. I didn't know that. I thought it was because something that was inappropriate for kids in the video itself, but it don't even have to be the video. It can be the custom thumbnail. Wow, that's crazy. Going back to Google and YouTube, getting sued. This is part of the reason why they're so strict now. Well, they started being more strict in 2020 because they're trying to protect their bag. They want to make sure that nothing out here is going to mess with their bag, and that is things that are inappropriate for kids. I want to let you guys know a lot of social media apps like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, they get sued by parents because things that are being seen that's inappropriate to kids.
So new tonight, a proposal allowing parents to sue social media giants for addicting children to their apps is one step closer to becoming a reality. The bill just cleared a major hurdle in the California legislature. NBC7's Omari Fleming takes a deeper look at how it would work and what parents are saying about it.
I'm the only one in my class that doesn't have one.
10-year-old Catalina Koppel is aching to get a cell phone so she can be a social media butterfly.
Like, do whatever I want and like take pictures.
To post it where?
Instagram?
Instagram?
Yeah.
Snapchat?
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah. All of them.
Yeah. But her parents, they're a bit worried.
Well, my concern is that you open a door to a lot of things when they're out there. If I can postpone it a little bit, it would be better for her mental health.
We have research that indicates that the increase in anxiety and depression and suicidality among youth correlates with an increase in the use of social media.
Jessica Heldman is part of the University of San Diego School of Law Children's Advocacy Institute, which is sponsoring a bill with bipartisan support that's one step closer to reality. After passing the California State Judiciary Committee, it would allow parents to sue social media companies like Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat for addicting children to their apps.
They hire psychologists, neuroscientists to actually work on the design so that they can, really expand their bottom line and get as many users as possible. And that's an insidious way to use psychology against children.
Suing social media companies isn't new. 11-year-old Selena Rodriguez's mother is suing Instagram and Snapchat, claiming the Connecticut tween died by suicide after developing an addiction to Instagram and Snapchat. Heldman says if passed, the California law would define addiction to better hold social media companies accountable.
And we have a crisis that we're concerned about now. And so regulations should be worked on, but we also have this mechanism through lawsuits to change the financial incentive. There's hefty damages.
It's the biggest drug known to man nowadays.
City Heights resident Sean Jones sees the allure cell phones and apps have for his 2-year-old daughter and nephews, but he was among the minority of people we talked to supporting a parent's right to sue.
One swipe away from seeing something she should have never seen in her life.
It's very easy to get too far in and to not to lose consciousness about it.
Others we spoke to say they're concerned about a litigious society.
I think for sure it's litigious. I mean, we're watching this Depp Heard trial right now. It's ridiculous.
They say parents should ultimately police their kids on social media, not the court of law. Omari Fleming, NBC7.
So we reached out to Snapchat, TikTok, as well as Instagram and Facebook parent Meta this evening. Meta responded in part saying, quote, "We disagree. Our research shows 8 out of 10 U.S. teens surveyed who use Instagram say it made them feel better about themselves or had no effect on how they feel about themselves."
So anything that's inappropriate to kids online, the parents can sue for that. So YouTube is just protecting their money. It's all about money. But what is the price of it? The independent content creators are the ones that are paying for it. They're getting age restricted, or either the videos are getting suppressed. If it's a bigger YouTuber and it's getting age restricted, that's a really big deal. They're not going to make a lot of money off their video. But the channels that are not, what about us? The channels that are not getting pushed through the algorithm, it's a big deal because we want to get seen, we want to get subs, we want to grow, as well. Now, what's really fun to me, I think this started at the end of 2019 going into 2020. They said, you're going to have to start doing this thing. Yes, it's made for kids. No, it's not made for kids. Age restriction, advance. And the reason why they were doing this is that regardless of your location, you're legally required to comply with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPA, COPPA, whatever you want to call it, and or other laws. You're required to tell us whether your videos are made for kids. Yes, they started doing this because of them getting sued. So my thing is, what is the point of answering this and your videos are still getting suppressed or age restricted or deleted because it's inappropriate for kids? If you I'm still trying to figure this one out. Can somebody please explain this to me? Because I'm still seeing people having issues with their channels, even though we're putting no, it's not made for kids, and YouTube is still finding all kind of ways just to block the video. Make it make sense. I just want to make it make sense. Now, I want to also say this. A lot of the drama channels been talking about how YouTube were attacking them, especially with my channel. I'm a content creator and I would like to grow. But the problem is YouTube only pushes the things that tickles people's ears. And I'm sorry, a lot of y'all viewers, y'all like celebrity gossip. I noticed that celebrity gossip on my channel pushes, but that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk more about black people issues and more important topics. Those don't get pushed through because you gotta make videos that is appealing to the audience. And when I'm talking about drama channels, I want to talk about Spill. Spill is a drama YouTuber who's gotten nearly 100 million views in 11 months, but she might not be a real person. So this article here was made back in 2019 by James Hale, and a lot of YouTubers were talking about Spill because Spill was making it seem like they were an independent content creator.
Because it worked temporarily, but because it reflects a pretty big issue here on YouTube. Apparently, companies seem to think that the average YouTube viewer is pretty dumb. Now, I'm no investigative journalist, but I am nosy. I just don't get paid for it. Wait, in that case, why am I not an investigative journalist? Basically, I was really curious about how Spill was able to produce such high quality content so quickly, so I used my one and only skill, making a 10-minute video about it.
So the big piece in all of this is that between the custom artwork, the captions for every single word, and the insane levels of research, Spill is somehow spending a lot longer on each video than most YouTubers, but managing to release several videos a week.
After realizing that Spill had 3 other channels all with the same level of quality, I concluded that it must be a team of at least 12 people.
But there's actually a 12th person, because somebody has to be maintaining all of those social media accounts.
Seeing as how the 4th channel was a fictional animation channel starring Spill and all the other people as fictional characters, I just came to the conclusion that they weren't real people.
This isn't a team of people, okay? This is a company, which is a team of people. You know what I mean?
I assumed that they were created by a company, and yeah, that was my video. See, once my video went up, it turns out a lot of YouTubers had the exact same questions. So the videos started rolling in and the discussion kicked into overdrive. But then Spill showed up and tried to run that discussion into the ground. Their idea was to expose themselves and debunk my video. Emphasis on the air quotes.
Spill started out as a 2-person passion project. We illustrated Spill as a character initially to protect our privacy because of the controversial topics we cover, but once Spill started to grow, the team grew too. We're based in Canada. As soon as more than one person is working on a big project together, it's legally the best option to register as a corporation.
While they were at it, they also addressed the other spin-off channels.
So we came up with someone to investigate those stories. Me. Thankfully, we also had a few video editors on board as well, one of whom moved on to our new project, an animated show called
Some of the comments were definitely not. I also thought it was funny how I suddenly had
captured.
Didn't sit right with me at all. And it turns out I wasn't the only one. After my video went up, YouTuber Petty Paige did some digging into Spill herself. And let's just say, Paige was a lot more thorough than I was.
Google had captured that she previously listed on her Twitter that she was Spill. And when you go to her LinkedIn profile, which is public, you're able to see that she lists herself as a writer for Spill under AWED Core.
So she managed to find Spill. Honestly, that didn't really change Spill's story that they started off as a 2-person project and then expanded into a corporation once the channel grew. Except that AWED Corporation that Spill's registered under has been around for 5 years before Spill ever started.
Now, I looked online and found out that AWED Corp became incorporated in 2013. I even paid the Canadian government to get AWED Corp's certificate of incorporation.
So my question to you is pretty simple. Who are you going to believe? Spill saying that the corporation was a reaction to their 2018 YouTube channel growing, or the Canadian government saying that this corporation has been around since 2013?
The corporation's director is a man called Roland. He may also be a journalist, as he has written for several companies, Unwindly.com, Drools.com, and Good. The voice behind Spill used to work for Good. In fact, she worked for them for 3 whole years as a staff writer and then became senior editor. So it turns out that Spill has actually been working for AWED Corp for quite some time.
So in other words, Spill was created by a media company which appears to be a less successful version of BuzzFeed, but they were bent on passing it off as some sort of individualistic project.
Looks like I was right.
But come to find out, they were a whole corporate. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of hidden corporate channels. I know we see the bigger ones, right in front of us, like ABC, NBC, Fox, the celebrity channels. They're all corporate. Those are not independent content creator channels. But Spill was making it seem like they were like a whole independent content creators that started off with 2 people and then they grew into a corporation. I'm like, okay, all right, so what? So people started to spill the tea that they've been they've been a corporation for a very long time. Even when they started, they were already a corporation. So I just want to bring that up. Like, this is another thing too. A lot of the corporation channels they've been taken over for years now on YouTube. This is what YouTube actually really pushes through the algorithm quicker and faster is corporation channels. But YouTube needs to remember that it was the independent content creators that started making videos on their on their platform and boost them up and made them big over the years. But what they're doing, they're pushing channels like Spill that are claiming that they're independent content creators that turn into corporate. Child, please. I knew that was a lie. Anyway, the first day I heard May the 31st, 2019. I'm gonna put this in the link below down in the description. I want people to read it. So basically, briefly, it talks about why YouTube did a big change that they did back in 2011, around 2011, 2012. It was 2011 and YouTube had a problem. The company, which was then a hub for low-quality cat videos and user-generated content, wanted to attract more premium advertisers and raise the quality of its program. To that end, executives have been paying special attention to growing class of users who were attracted to large audience of tens and sometimes hundreds of thousands of subscribers. These users were loosely referred as to YouTube stars, but the term was a perfect fit, and it was just the beginning of a nearly decade-long saga over what to call people who got famous online. Over the years, there have been Viners on Vine, Musers on Musical.ly, influencers on Pinterest, and more. In the late aughts, YouTube branded its stars as partners, but the term was vague and all ill-suited to their work. It wasn't until 2011 that series of corporate maneuvers and appistance resulted in a name that stuck creators. So I briefly want to talk about that as to why they kind of changed over to the corporate scene. It was basically about money, to make more money, more views, more money. And this is why I'm also going to talk later on about that having a good quality camera, which is high definition, a good mic, also a good lights or whatever you're trying to do on your channel. You have to have a high quality of everything because this is what's being pushed through the algorithm as well. That's what YouTube is looking for. Special effects in the video. They're looking for all that type of stuff inside the video. I want to bring that out. That's why they went, corporate. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the original video. And going on, a lot of things I want to talk about is these channels that's on YouTube where it talks about, oh, this is how you can help grow your YouTube channel. These are ways to help grow your YouTube channel, and none of the stuff don't work. So, for example, let me see. We have this article here. It's by Lene or whatever. She made this article back in February the 18th, 2022, and it's on ManyTool. I'll put the link in the description. I want you to really read this as to why is my YouTube channel not growing and 9 reasons explained. Let's talk about it. It'd be like, as a YouTube content creator, you made a few videos and upload them to YouTube, but your channel doesn't grow. You may ask, why is my YouTube channel not growing? In this article, we will talk about this issue and give you some insight. The article covers the most common reason why is your YouTube channel not growing as fast as you hope. Besides, if you want to download a YouTube video for offline watching, you can try this free and safe too. ManyTool YouTube Downloader. Why is my YouTube channel not growing? Your video fails to retain audience. This means that you may fail to hold the audience on your channel to make it clear. Let me take an example. A person comes to watch a video on YouTube and feels that the video is boring. He or she will get off immediately. Watch time is the main metric that the YouTube algorithm sees when deciding if your video is worth recommending to other users. When people spend more time on your video, it increases the watch time and it leads to pushing the video in the top in search results. Excuse me. Very important. People have to come to your video first, right? People have to click on your video first, right? I've been talking. I've just been talking about how the small content creators are pretty much shadow banned because our videos used to get pushed a lot through the algorithm and we were growing. But after 2019, with the incident with the kids, it's been a whole chaos where your videos are getting really suppressed and not getting watched and not getting pushed to the algorithm. The algorithm's all messed up because of all these issues that has been happening over the years. So, okay, but it clearly states there it increases the watch time and it leads to pushing the video top in search results. Your video doesn't get to the point fast enough. Yeah, people tend to click off if your video is not getting to the point fast enough. No, that comes from short attention spans. Your videos don't give real value to your audience. Many videos on YouTube are successful because they're helping their audience get inspired, solve a particular problem, let viewers learn a new skill. They are useful and entertaining. Your channel target audience may be not clear. Well, like I state, I mean, I'm sorry, but all before 2019, we didn't have to pick is our channel made for kids or not. So, I mean, it was going to everybody, but now it's going to a certain audience. And this is the biggest issue that I have with YouTube. Your video quality can be promoted. The poor video quality plays a big part when you wonder why is my channel not growing. More often than that, not. The lighting, the audio in your video, the low quality camera may result in poor video quality. So I'm gonna say this. It's very hard to afford this stuff. Like, for example, my mic was $150. I got a gaming PC, which was like over $1,000. You get the point. And then some people I know, they pay $800 for their camera. This stuff is not cheap. Not everybody can afford that. So I want to put that out there, okay? So the reason why everybody wants everything HD, because remember, I pointed out, you're going against corporate freaking channels like Spill that plays as an independent content creator, and you're going against ABC and NBC and Fox and the celebrity channels, which have the really high quality. So you got to go up against that, remember? And then you got the big, huge YouTube content creators who have the money to buy this expensive equipment. You see where the issues are coming in at? Okay. Poor editing can slow down your YouTube channel growth. Yes. People tend to, if they don't see like special effects and something that wows them or something like that out of the video, that's another thing too. Yet again, like I stated before, editing systems, you have to pay for them. They're not free. They're not cheap. Now, you can get the free ones, but you're going to have a watermark on your channel. See what I'm talking about? Also, your thumbnails are not attractive. That is another thing. Your thumbnails are not appealing. Now, they tell you not to do clickbait thumbnails. They say not to do that. But it has to draw in the viewers. It has to lure them in. If you have a boring thumbnails, people won't be interested in watching your video. The truth is that the attractive thumbnails will bring many views to your video. If your thumbnail tells the entire story of your video and it doesn't leave space to invoke the viewer's imagination, not many will click. Really? Okay. And it says not optimizing your video for YouTube CEO. YouTube CEO, search engine optimization, is an important thing you should learn to grow your YouTube audience. You can start by optimizing your video title and thumbnail. Also, don't forget to optimize your video description, tag, and subtitles. Properly use tags and keywords works wonder when you plan to publish your video. Not promoting your YouTube video on other platforms. If your YouTube channel is new, especially if you have not many subscribers, your video will have little chance to recommend to new viewers. Every time you publish a new video, you can send it out in an email to lists and ask them to watch it. You can promote new videos across all of your platforms. Now, I understand this. Promoting your YouTube channel is very important. I get that. Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. That plays a huge part. But sometimes some people who are following you on Instagram, they might be following you for something different from what they want to watch on YouTube. They might not come over. So you got to keep that in mind too. And it says, conclusion, after reading this article, you can answer the question, why is my YouTube channel not growing? If you have any questions about this article, please let us know and leave your comments in the comments area below. Well, let's read the comments. I'm scrolling. Oh, there's nobody down here. I wonder why. Anyway, like I said, everybody wants to tell you how to grow your channel on YouTube, and when you try to do it the right way, it seems like you're not getting pushed through the algorithm because of all that issues. It's funny to me, like I said earlier before, I remember back in the day on YouTube, you could have uploaded a video and you would have got thousands and thousands of views with a crappy thumbnail, a crappy video, and crappy audio. Now everything is so dang on HD. Everybody wants a perfect video. They want a perfect video every time. But you can't really be yourself. People say, be more yourself in the video. You can't even do that. You can't cuss. You can't say certain words on YouTube. There's a lot of words you can't say on YouTube because that would get you in a lot of trouble too as well. At this point, all I can say is be careful. Make sure you have a catchy thumbnail and make sure that your video is relevant as to what is being pushed through the algorithm. That's all I can say. Well, let me know what you think of the video down below. I can talk about YouTube for hours. I can pull up a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, as for now, see y'all later. Peace.
You get me so. You get me so. You get me so.